in just a few days. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest night in New York City history is going to come true once again, because we are just days away from NXT TakeOver Part 2, SummerSlam, and the fallout on Monday Night Raw. And I know a lot of you are excited as much as I am, because just like last year, history will be made yet again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the last We Love It Raw before NXT, SummerSlam, and the fallout. Because all I'm going to focus on today, ladies and gentlemen, is the importance that some of these matches have heading into Sunday as well. So let's get started, ladies and gentlemen, with the United States Champion Rusev in the ring with his wife, Lana. And they are quite upset over the actions of Roman Reigns last week on Raw. And in case you didn't recall what happened, Roman Reigns interrupted Rusev's beautiful ceremony in which the lovely couple was going to exchange their vows and bring the happiness to themselves. And if you remember a lot of the other weddings in the WWE, they don't go off that well. So what made you think that this wedding ceremony is going to go off without a hitch? Well, if history has a tendency to repeat itself, exactly that's what happened, because it turned out to be a disaster thanks to Roman Reigns' one big punch, if you may call it, into Rusev, and then into Lana, and then into the King. So Rusev wanted to start off Raw, and he did. Got the grant by Mick Foley, the GM, and he wasn't going to leave. Okay, he was not going to leave the ring. He was on the verge of holding the show hostage, because he felt that none of the people in Corpus Christi deserved to have a Monday Night Raw unless there was an apology by Roman Reigns. But we weren't going to get an apology right away from Roman, no. What we got is Mick Foley. And Foley comes out without his mic and just demanded Rusev to get out of the ring. And Rusev still wouldn't budge, so comes out Stephanie McMahon now. Now, the old Stephanie would disagree with Mick Foley and grant Rusev whatever he wanted. But this is a new era here in the WWE, and it's a new Stephanie McMahon. And Stephanie said, you have to play by these rules now. Okay? You just can't go against the authority. That's not how this new era works. And Rusev would end up criticizing both the GM and the commissioner, which then prompted Roman Reigns to come out and quickly say, you know what? Enough is enough. I've had it. You want an apology? I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry for ruining your ceremony last week. And that just prompted Rusev to just go ballistic. Okay? He went absolutely ballistic. And with those actions, it ended up being the main event. Reigns and Rusev at the end of Raw. Now, they're fighting for the U.S. title on Sunday, but they have a main event match at the end of Monday Night Raw. I will give you the results of that match a little bit later on, because that played a significant part heading into Sunday in Brooklyn. So now we're going to focus our attention here on the tag team division for the tag team titles. Now, we all know New Day, one of the longest reigning tag teams in WWE history. They won the titles last year in Brooklyn SummerSlam, and they held it right now for just almost a year. Same location, Brooklyn. And they're in a match with the Dudleys, and they pull off a nice win, gaining some momentum, heading into SummerSlam Sunday against the Dudleys. So they won that match. And then Anderson and Gallows are playing doctor, and they have a mason jar or some sorts with Big E's name on it. And they were going to do like a test or something, so I didn't know what it was all about. But they said that the test failed, the egg exploded in the microwave, and that they felt that they needed more subjects. So what they did, they brought up 2 more mason jars, and both had Xavier Woods and Kofi's name on it. So you know that the actions of Gallows and Anderson is getting into the heads of the New Day. The only question is going to be, did they get into the heads deep enough for them to be distracted, knowing that they are 1 man down, heading into Brooklyn Sunday night? If you want this man's opinion, I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see new WWE Tag Champions in Gallows and Anderson. As much as it pains me, but I think that's what's going to happen, because the mind games are just too much. They have caught up to New Day, and they're finally realizing that they can't win without the numbers game being in their favor. So let's see what happens. That's just one man's opinion. I don't write these scripts, so let's see what happens. Also, we have the women's division. And here's where it gets really, really exciting and interesting in the most part. Charlotte, we all know, lost the belt to Sasha Banks. And it was because of Dana Brooke. And Sasha won last week against Dana Brooke, making it an even one-on-one match with Charlotte Sunday in Brooklyn. So we see Charlotte and Dana Brooke backstage, and we're wondering what this is all about. Well, we found out that, quote-unquote, Charlotte was dumping Dana Brooke. Or was she? The speculation was yes. So as Charlotte easily defeated Alicia Fox, Charlotte calls down the WWE Women's Champion in Sasha Banks, and here's where it gets really, really interesting. Dana Brooke snuck up, attacked Sasha. Charlotte did a Ric Flair move, a chop block, taking out the knee, putting it into the figure 8 leg lock, and gaining some momentum and high advantage to Sunday. But the only question is, was that figure 8 locked in tight to a point where Sasha's not going to be at 100%? Or is the boss going to overcome that mind game, prove why she's the boss of the WWE, and prove why she is the WWE Women's Champion? I'd say yes. I think Sasha Banks has what it takes to overcome any obstacle, any boundary that comes her way. It's going to be interesting, because remember, it's a one-on-one match. But it's not to say that Dana Brooke can have her music played, leading to a distraction, leading to a win, and a brand new WWE Women's Champion, again, in Charlotte, making her a 2-time Women's Champion. So we're going to see what happens with that. Also, now I want to focus some attention on Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Now here's where it got really, really good. For weeks on end, since we knew that Balor was the #1 contender for the Universal title, mind games, trickery, a war of words have been going on between these two fairly high talented competitors here on Monday Night Raw and in WWE. And while one got one up on each other, Seth Rollins wanted to do something that has never been done before in WWE. He wanted to call out the Demon King. Now, for those who don't know who the Demon King is, go to the WWE Network, go to NXT, watch TakeOver last year, you'll see what I'm talking about. Watch episodes of NXT on Wednesday, you'll see what I'm talking about. So Seth's talking, and we hear Finn's music. And now comes the Demon King. As he slowly makes his way to the ring, I apologize. Those two are confronted in the ring. And while this time there was no physical altercation, there was more war of the words, saying that Seth Rollins is going to get into the mind of the Demon King, expose him for what he really is, a fake, and become the first ever WWE Universal Champion. Just like Seth Rollins was the first ever man in SummerSlam history to hold both the US and the WWE title at the same time on the same night. So will history repeat that stuff come Sunday with the title being on the line? The way it looked on Monday, it looked like Finn Balor was gaining the upper hand because of what he said and because of the trickery that was done as well. He showed no fear. Okay? Well, Seth did show some type of fear, but it was Finn Balor standing strong, standing tall, in the middle of that ring on Raw, saying that he will become the first ever Universal Champion, like he was the longest reigning NXT Champion ever. So let's see what happens. I'm really looking forward to that match, and I want to see what the outcome is the next night. And last but not least, I want to talk about the Rusev Roman Reigns situation. Like I mentioned at the beginning of Raw, Rusev was holding the show hostage. He insulted both Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley. Then led to Roman Reigns coming out, getting an apology, just for the way he acted, but not for ruining the ceremony, which then led to an irate Rusev, which then led to a match. And the match was in the honor of Lana. Rusev was fighting for the honor of Lana. Now, you all know, married men and married women, couples around this world know, that you always gotta fight for your significant other, whether it be your husband or your wife. You always gotta fight for them. Because they are your rock. They are yours. So fight for them. And that's what Rusev wanted to do. He wanted to fight for the honor of his beautiful bride, Lana. And unfortunately, it did not happen that way. Roman Reigns would pull off a big win, gaining the upper hand Sunday at SummerSlam. So we all know that, yes, in real life, Rusev would fight for Lana in real life. But in the storyline script of the WWE, Rusev was just a little bitch. So we're going to be heading into some hostile grounds here, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach SummerSlam. And what I did for you today on this show was I focused on 3 to 4 important topics that matter the most when it comes to SummerSlam. Unlike what's been going on in the SmackDown Motel, here on We Love It Raw, we keep it real, we keep it raw, we keep it honest, and we keep it to the way we want it. I had to give Mr. Caldero all the credit in the world. He's been doing a phenomenal job over there on the Tuesday show. But make no mistake, it is you, my fellow fans, that are making this show #1 in social media history. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to focus now on a preview of what to expect come Saturday at NXT. Now this is part 2 of a 3-part series here in Brooklyn called NXT TakeOver. It happened last year, history. It's going to happen this year, historical. It's going to happen next year, monumental. And some of these matches that I'm in for are going to be fantastic. Okay? I'm looking forward to the Asuka Bayley match. I'm looking forward to the tag team title match. I'm also looking forward to the NXT title match. Shinsuke Nakamura against Samoa Joe. I can only imagine what's going to happen during those matches. It's going to be one crazy night, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a hell of a great night. And I will give you the review next week. Because next week, ladies and gentlemen, big breaking news coming up here on We Love It Raw. Mr. Caldero and myself, and maybe Vanessa as well, if you're hearing this, please take into our invitation. We will love to see you on one of our shows again. We're going to do a super show, and it's going to be a big show. It's going to be a NXT review, SummerSlam review, and Raw SmackDown review. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Sometime next week, early, it is going to be a mega blockbuster show. And I hope you all are ready, because it's once in a lifetime that things like this are going to pop around. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I gave you the preview for NXT on what I think is going to happen, on what matches I'm looking forward to. I know we're all looking forward to Sunday. I am. And I gave you the most important parts of Monday Night Raw that have a big important part in SummerSlam Sunday from Brooklyn. I want to hear what you all have to say. Let me know. Hit me up. Social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I want to hear what you are looking most forward to, whether it be Saturday, Sunday, or the fallout on Monday. It's an open forum. It's a fan-friendly show. Let's keep it that way. We're #1, 2 weeks in a row. Let's make it #3. And that's it. I will see you all next week for our mega blockbuster show. And remember, keep it real. And always keep it raw.